Welcome back. This video is part of a series on trap and hip hop. So if this is your entry point, make sure to check out the rest of the series after this. And if this is your first video in the series, don't worry, you can absolutely study this one on its own. But if you find yourself interested and you want to learn more about these concepts, definitely check out the rest of the series. It'll be linked in the description. And now let's jump straight into the opening groove. There are two main challenges to this groove. First is simply the tempo. At this speed, even simple sticking patterns can start to feel uncomfortable. And second are the hand speed changes, where we have to change from 8th notes and 16th notes to 16th triplets. These changes in note density require a really strong internal feel and a relaxed delivery. If you have any trouble with this part, I have an entire lesson dedicated to changing hand speeds smoothly, and I'll link that below because all of the same concepts apply here. Before we try all of this in context, let's identify one key rudiment from this section, single stroke 4s. The 16th triplets are just this simple rudiment played at a fast speed. Notice that if we play just one hand of this at a time, we have a double stroke. That's all this rudiment is. Each hand is playing a double stroke, but the single stroke 4 requires us to overlap and weave these double strokes together. The point here is in how the stick should move. Make sure the first note of each hand is rebounding, and make sure that the movement of the stick is smooth and connected from the first note to the second. It's very easy to add tension to this, especially at fast speeds. And if you're treating each stroke as a separate motion, it's also very easy to accidentally downstroke instead of rebound. That will absolutely prevent you from playing this smoothly, so be sure to pay special attention to that as you practice your single stroke 4s. As with any rudiment, make sure to practice this on both hands. Although many of you are likely right-handed, you may actually find it more comfortable to start this on the left hand. This allows us to finish the rudiment on the right hand, and this may be especially important once we add the kick back in. The next step is to put all of this back into the full context of the groove. But let's leave the kick out for now and keep the focus on just the hands. As you can see, I prefer to use mostly a right hand lead, except that I start the triplets on the left hand as I just demonstrated. This gives us a clear path to the snare drum in bar 3, and it allows us to reconnect the right hand with the kick in bar 4. But if the opposite sticking feels more natural to you, that's totally fine. The important point isn't which sticking you choose. It's choosing one, practicing it consistently to build the muscle memory, and then allowing the movement around the kit to become automatic. Once the hands alone feel comfortable, the final step is to add the kick back into the groove. As you're building this groove, keep in mind that all of this should be done slowly at first. Make sure you are completely comfortable with all of the movement before increasing the tempo. If you feel tension or hesitation at any point, stop, slow things down, and build it back up again, starting from a place of total comfort. The only way to gain total control of this kind of groove is to be completely comfortable with every rhythm and movement, and that requires many repetitions at slow speeds. The full song contains one other section that I want to highlight because it introduces a different technical challenge, fast double strokes. If you've watched the core rolls video, then you'll already be familiar with this technique. But if this is new to you or you just need some help, definitely go check out that video for a full breakdown of fast roll technique. And aside from the technique, one small detail actually makes a big difference here: the placement of the stick on the hi-hat and the snare drum. For the hi-hat doubles, be sure to play on the top of the hi-hat, somewhere around the middle. This will give the stick much more rebound and add more clarity to the rhythm. For the snare, play this entire section in the exact middle of the drum. The center is a bit more dry sounding, and this will help these fast rhythms remain clear instead of becoming too muddy. Now, let's hear this section again and pay attention to these details. One thing I love about this song, and YOASOBI in general, is how many different styles it pulls together. Apart from the two sections we've already looked at, there are two other completely distinct styles in this song. The chorus is simply a standard disco groove. If that groove feels familiar, it's because we've already explored this groove throughout the disco series. This is the quintessential J-pop drum groove, so be sure to go check out the rest of the disco series for more of that. And finally, the verse section is a straightforward 16th rock groove. I'm planning to explore this style much more thoroughly in a future series, but if that's something you'd like help with sooner, then be sure to let me know down in the comments. This song is such a great example of why I love studying anime music. Within this one song, we're exposed to multiple different groove styles, different coordination challenges, and many useful technical ideas that carry over far beyond this one song. Rather than thinking of these as isolated patterns to memorize, try looking for the deeper musical ideas underneath them. The rudiments, the hand speed changes, the techniques, all of these are transferable skills that you'll encounter again and again in different songs and different musical contexts. As always, if you have any questions or anything you'd like to add to the discussion, please leave a comment and I'll do my best to respond. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. If you want to keep working on this song, Patreon is where all of the learning resources for this channel live. You can join the community and download the TV-size sheet music for free there. The link is on screen and in the description. Thanks again for watching, and now, the outtakes. Rather than treating these grooves as isolated patterns to memorize, try to look for Try looking for the deeper musical ideas. Deepical. Wow, that's a new one. Deeper musical ideas. Yes, sir. Rather